Now, some years ago, I was told there were 3 million British people on antidepressants prescribed by their GPs. I found the number very, very difficult to comprehend, but that was a long time ago. Now the number, according to the NHS, and I find this hard to believe, but now the number is 8.3 million. 8.3 million people being prescribed antidepressants, and often they're on them for a very long period of time with goodness knows what side effects. Now, I'm not a medico, as you well know, but last week a very, very interesting report was produced, and Professor Joanna Moncrieff is joining me here to discuss this. Welcome to the programme.
Thank you.
The idea that we've all understood for years is that depression is caused by a chemical imbalance. It's serotonin, lack of serotonin that causes the problem. Your recent research suggests that may not be right.
Absolutely. So people have been told this story for a long time, as you say. It started in the 1990s with the pharmaceutical industry and their marketing campaigns, and it really became a sort of cultural idea. It really became widely accepted and has continued to be promoted by doctors and other people. And however, it has been known for quite a while that the evidence on this theory didn't really stack up, that the studies were inconsistent, but no one had previously really got the evidence together and been able to take a proper overview of all the different research in the different areas. So that's what we did in our research. We looked at all the research in the main areas that have looked at links between serotonin and depression, and didn't find any convincing evidence in any of those areas for any abnormality of serotonin in depression, and certainly not for low serotonin in people.
But Joanna, you are taking on a status quo that has been there, established now for decades.
Yeah.
How is your research, how is your publication being taken by GPs, by the pharmaceutical industry? I mean, are you now outcast for daring to say this?
Well, one common response is, oh, well, we've known for ages it's not low serotonin, but it's probably some other complicated neurochemical problem. But the problem with that response is there isn't any evidence for any other neurochemical hypothesis either. I mean, the serotonin hypothesis is one of the clearest hypotheses. It's had one of the it's had a vast amount of research looking at it, and it turns out not to be right. So any other neurochemical, any other proposition that depression is due to this chemical or that chemical is just speculation. It's not, it's not a proven scientific fact.
It is this number. I mean, it can't be right. 8.3 million can't be right, surely.
It's 8.3 million in England alone.
Goodness
as
me.
well. I know. So it's staggering, and that's been going up steadily over the last few decades. And of particular concern is that it's going up in young people a lot at the moment. And as you said, more and more people are taking these drugs for long periods of time, which we have to worry about. And I think how that relates to my research as well is if we don't have evidence that the drugs are working by rectifying an underlying imbalance, we know that they are affecting serotonin. So we have to conclude that they're actually changing the brain chemistry in some way. And if you change your brain chemistry over a long period of time, that may have harmful effects.
Joanna Moncrieff, I thank you for coming on, talking about your research. I'm alarmed by these figures. We talk a lot about illegal drugs and the damage they do in society. I wonder whether we talk enough about legally prescribed drugs and the potential harm they could cause. I'm going to return to this issue, and I want you to come back, please, and keep me up to date with where we're going. Thank you.
Thank you
very much indeed. Well, I have to say, I find those numbers absolutely, totally and utterly shocking.